wish you had known when you started your menstrual cycle. These are some of the responses from women around the world. That you can have random symptoms that only happen maybe once or twice in your life. Maybe a cyst in your breast and you'll never experience it. That you're gonna start your menstrual cycle and what it is. Okay, at least for me, I was aware. Even my mama did introduction before I joined boarding school. So she bought pads for us. She showed us how to place them on the pant. Yeah, so I carried them for 2 good years. And I returned them back because I never received any visitors. I went to high school. The first year I carried them. The second year I carried almost until towards my birthday. That was in 2014. They came once and they disappeared until the following year. All that she was telling us is that, once you've started receiving these things, you're now a woman, yes. However, if you play around with fire, then expect to be burned. What she was technically saying is you need to have self-respect. Don't engage in reckless sex because of pregnancy, STIs, etc. Yeah, another thing, that sometimes your rectum cramps during your cycle. True. I've ever experienced that. That starting young will also help you into menopause early. I can't relate because I'm a late bloomer, but I have a cousin who started quite early, I think even when she was in class 4. So yeah, and that means that you have to plan your life faster because the menopause will come early. Another thing, not to use tampons. Switching to a cup was the best decision. I think tampons, as much as they can be good, especially for swimmers, they're not worth, because some are bleached, so when the substances used to make them are toxic, and number 2, there could be that vaginal shock syndrome could be associated with it. Another lady is saying that I will have to pre-treat my underwear with stain remover before washing. Yeah, sometimes they stain. You find maybe the blood, you have removed it, but it leaves behind a yellow spot. As much as, yes, your vagina is self-cleaning, it is highly acidic and it can cause bleaching itself. So maybe you can change your underwears or have period pants separately. How many decades that crap will last? Yeah, it will take long. For example, if you start at maybe 15 and you end at 45, that is 20. No, 15 minus 45, 30 years. A whole 3 decades. Hey, but it's a good window, especially if you're into childbearing. Another thing, that it's going to last for freaking ever. Actually, no, I don't think I would have wanted to know that. Oh, because it will be so shocking. Another lady says that it's going to hurt, there will be blood, it will be messy, and who to talk to. Was expecting like a drop of blood, not a medicine. And with the crazy cramping, I seriously thought I was going to die. Okay, the truth is, especially if you use the menstrual cup, it's just a little thing. It's only that on pads it will spread and it will appear like messy, but it's just a little thing. Another thing, that taking BC every day stops your period. What is BC? Let's follow this. Birth control. Oh yeah, if you do contraception it will affect, but I don't recommend it. Yeah, it's a shortcut way of doing things, and instead of looking at the whole thing. Another thing, that it's okay if you have an accident. Everyone does at some point, and it's nothing to be embarrassed about. True. I remember in Form 3, yeah. Thank you, Judith Rope. I don't know what I would have done without you, even Judith Cherop. Yeah, I swelled my grey skirt, and the grey shows everything. They went to the house, brought me a new skirt, They brought me pads, I felt honored. Yeah, they graced me with the cover. They covered me with the grace, sorry. And it's okay, so it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Yeah, accidents do happen. Another thing, why it was even happening, never got the sex or body talk, just what was shown in 5th grade, which was shitty. I didn't start until 6 years later, and a refresher course was never given. True, we need re-education, reinforcement of that information. Yeah, so there's a gap there, and that's why I was saying, especially parents, we need to normalize such talks, yeah, at an early age, and we give the children a chance, to have that conversations. Maybe you can leave even a book, something to trigger questions. They are inquisitive, they're waiting to listen. Don't be naive, yeah, they're willing to hear. There's time where you have to push through the cramps, excessive bleeding, etc. There's time where you can honor your body by better slowing down. Track your cycle to find your pattern. True, you're menstruating years along. Learn everything you can on the topic because you're constantly in cycle. Yeah, you're trying to make your life easier, so you have no option but to learn constantly. Besides, learning is a lifelong process. So yeah, you normalize. Maybe you learn about seed cycling, you learn about products that are available, what are the consequences, how to make your own products, etc. That pain and cramping is not normal or healthy, even though it's common. True, true. Because sometimes I could see my classmates wriggling on the floor, taking painkillers, diclofenac, as hard as it is, and sometimes you can become resistant. Another thing, I wish I had known what a period was. I got mine when I was 9 and thought I was pooping my pants for days until my mom found the dirty underwear I was hiding. It's normal for young teens and preteens, to be secretive, but it's good to be open about these things. It's not a taboo. Yeah, that I was oversensitive to hormones. I struggled after big time after surgery. Then my hormonal and menstrual cycle got crazy. Proper diet helped me, and now I can tell I have invariable period. One day no pain, every 28 days, no other symptoms or mood swing. Wow, that must be nice. Yeah, that works. I need to prepare for menopause. Okay, that it was normal, not disgusting. That I usually be embarrassed to ask for pads or if my clothes got stained. Yeah, you can write a message. Yeah. Also, that wearing pads and pants that are too tight hurts. Yes, that it can give you bad gas. Yeah, you bloat. Another thing that Advil had been developed earlier and I could have taken it. Okay, I don't recommend consumption of drugs, but fine. If it works, go ahead. That changing my diet would have saved my years of agony with the cruciating pain, and that feminine products only added so insult to injury. Period panties are life true. Regular consumption of antioxidants help. So like take something like what do we call it? Amoxicillin. Yeah, it will help. That looking forward to its end is a waste of time because it will last for eternity. Yeah, and there are 4 phases of our cycle and what they mean. Yeah, we have like the luteinizing phase, the ovulation, menstrual. Yeah, you need to have that in your fingertips. The chocolate is life. Yeah, sometimes you have sugar cravings. How to track your cycle. Another thing, that where to put the dirty pad when I'm trying to put on the new pad. Okay, just remove that one, then the wrapping, you use it to wrap it, then you dispose safely. But like I needed 3 hands for some reason. Okay, another thing, I didn't know I was going to start, and I have a really corrupt story to tell, but not going to share it here unless you want to hear weirdness. We all to say I was on Greyhound bus when I started the first time. You see, there's a lot of misinformation or under information, yet knowledge is power. However, we are glad that we are in this century, so you have no excuse, girl. You know how to track it and understand and love and honor all parts of it. Yeah, even with pain, you need to honor it. That it's an amazing support, and that based on my cycle, I have a whole feminine GPS. Yeah, we have what we call the moon bodies. Can do it, circles. The probiotics help everything related to my cycle, the right size. Okay, yeah. I remember at one point I was bought for the always maxi. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, they look like for big mamas. Then that heavy bleeding and severe cramping are not normal, and that your diet can change your period for the better. Yeah, cloth pads are awesome. Yeah, of course, if you have access to water, they are. Put on socks and drink ginger to calm the pain, the cramps. Yeah, be warm, be warm. Especially people who have cramps. Avoid wearing tight things around your waistline. Do some exercises. Avoid products that have parabens, especially perfumes. Those are culprits. Avoid leaving you wearing these tumbo cuts, crop tops that expose your stomach to cold because you really cramp. Another thing, to embrace it, and it wasn't a curse. Yeah, that's why I was saying that periods are a blessing and a gift. It's natural and not my fault, or nothing is wrong with me. True, not to be embarrassed or ashamed that it was coming. My mom gave me a book about my boobs coming, but no one told me that it was coming or what it was. Okay, for me, it was aware it was coming, but I never really knew was it blood, because we used to have maids and someone could, you could see the motion and they're like, this is my period. And I was like, okay, I used to see the form, so I used to think it's white in color. Checking, no one told me. It's real blood. It can be maroon, red, pink, depending. Yeah, another thing, that tracking your cycle is based on the first day of your period. True, that it came every month. Lol, I was 9 and was shocked to get it. Even more shocked when it came again. Ooh, yeah. So there's need for information. To take constant 3 days before and first 2 days to get the best relief from cramps. Okay, I love this post because I was completely unprepared, but best believe I got it through it, and now my child is 10, and when we talk here and there, but I went to the talk with her today and I was stuck because I don't know what to tell her. Every woman is different, but this was definitely helpful. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, we need to normalize. You want them to hear it from you than from other quarters, believe me. Just okay, as much as you can outsource maybe someone to talk about it, you get to do the traditional way, maybe on the bed, and tell them the basics. They'll do their own research. Another thing, nothing. My mom pretty much told me everything about it before I started. I knew what to expect for the most part. Maybe the fact that I was going to feel like a juiced fruit whenever I coughed. Oh, that I have because, and how to manage it. Oh, sorry. Pixie cups instead of tampons, and B12 helps with cramps. Cloth pads, and how much lighter and less crampy I will be. Wow. The ginger root makes your period light and lasts not as long. True, that I knew it existed before it happened. I thought I was dying. I love the ginger part, especially for models. It's okay. When it was actually going to start, I was at a car wash with my dad and we were on vacation. We were waiting for the car to be done, and the oldest saw my dad was not prepared either. He freaked out and demanded he get his car now, drove to the grocery, and he came out with a brown bag filled to the top with every imaginable feminine product they sold. It was actually a quite sweet moment with my dad, looking back, horrifying at that time. Yeah, such moments, you can get to cherish them. Yeah, cramps, I wish I knew about pills earlier. To drink as much water as possible. True, even to help in cleaning. Tampons are absolutely safe for virgins. Yeah, I do not imagine you. There are alternatives to shoving cotton up there. Always keep feminine hygiene products with you. Learn track. Yeah, just like I said, have for emergencies. Menstrual cups over tampons. The rare comes along with it. That is so me. It's not that serious. Maybe for some it's serious, very serious. Feels like mild contractions, that it deserves a ceremony or a rite of passage. True. We have people who celebrate it and they have manic parties. Beetroot juice is a blessing for menstrual cycle. It's full of iron and magnesium and potassium. Actually, most people suffer from a deficiency of these minerals: magnesium, potassium, and calcium. So if you get to either supplement or find a product that has the same, something like bananas, it will help to recharge and decrease the cramping. How to use a tampon? Having strong cramps do not mean I'm suffering automatically from endo. True. You need to go to hospital, rule out, never self-diagnose. Exercise helps cramping. True. Eating clean and healthy eases pain, and here you just avoid things like wheat, like I already said, sugar. Even days before you get to take, you do a detox. Vegetables and fruits without sugar. So the change in mood is normal, and people should be aware that painful cycles are not normal. Anything. My mom told me so later, it was frightening when I look back. Someone is saying those period panties are the bomb. As for birth control, for excruciating pains, okay. Maybe if you've had children, you can consider them. But before then, that I was married, and it's time to start having kids. How to count the days between cycles so I didn't spend many years before I got on birth control. Raining aloe. Okay. Magnesium helps cramps. We've already said that the less sugar I eat, the easier the cramps. True. That is the fifth vital sign. Yes. Yo. There's nothing to be ashamed of. That I will have such bad cramps, nausea, and lower back pain. The peroxide removes blood stains. Oh yes, even the body itself releases peroxide. Yeah, I was in my 30s before I figured it out. Another thing, when it was going to start, you have signs sometimes though. Mood changes are normal, but being in control and choosing how you treat others is very important. It's like when I hear women say they're allowed to be during their period. No, you just have to be responsible. That I didn't need to be ashamed of it, and that is not dirty or gross. That is sacred occurrence. Every man that allows my body to create life, yeah, as well as to resign. Again, that extremely painful periods are not normal and can be cured completely. And I think to purchase stock in tampons, yeah, for future, because even the price is increasing daily. And I think tampons will go in if you relax fast. This is, yeah, it's a foreign thing, so even going in, you need some lubrication, so relax. That this is the downfall to being female, along with all other issues related to reproductive system that are unique to women. Oh, another thing, that I'm not dying, right? Yeah, blood scarce. How to better take care of my body in my preparation for later years, when my age affects hormonal changes and health is more difficult to maintain. What in the world does this have to do with the group? Oh, really? It's about women, that this is normal. No, you're not dying. Your steaming saves life. Sure. Yeah, you get steam to remove that clothes in case there were any, to smell nice. Yeah, and just, it's a cleaning method. There's no nasty, dirty, gross, or shameful. Thank you. That heavy, painful periods are not normal or relative and can be treated if you find a practitioner who actually listens. True. Menstrual discs are lifesavers, especially for health flows. True. The dairy makes our cycle so much worse and more painful. It also wish that I knew that Asian women have no or very PMT due to not having dairy, but lots of greens every day. Wow. Well, I started, anything. How long this mess was gonna. It's been 33 and still it comes. Oh, yeah, it lasts forever. Signs to look for that you may have no clue I was suffering with that my entire menstrual life. Yeah, she gives some of the symptoms: excessive cramping, severe sharp pain, heavy bleeding. I'm gonna praying to have menopause, but I realized I need to have a baby first. That a mega dose of niacin can be more effective than a mega dose of proven. Yeah, I've seen people recommend proven, but I'm not sure of it. Hydrogen peroxide already said that I didn't have to feel ashamed. So I will even skip when I had it. Yeah, we need to remove bitter shame. That's another gap that I don't know what. Cramps are not normal. There's only a few days you can be pregnant each month. Stay away from the pill. Oh, and period underwear. Where were you? Yes, ago. Yeah, being embarrassed should not occur. Exercise actually helps. So you're not to ditch the physical education class. Like one day I'll have to plan my life around it. Like, let's not do this on that day because you're going to be snappy and possibly emotional. True. I wish menstrual cups were really available at that time. That ovarian cyst sounds like hell. It's normal. Leaks are normal. Yeah, accidents occur. Like we already say, cravings, body changes. Just because you have one doesn't mean you're fertile. The period ain't normal. Nothing. I was too young to even think about it. Wow, be intentional about what you use to catch it. Our tissue is delicate, so choosing harsh chemicals is dangerous and irritating. True. I wish I had even a clue. Yeah, for some it starts earlier, so that's why we need to initiate some of these lessons as early as the child can comprehend. Yeah, stay away from birth control. Heavy periods are not normal. Hearing nothing. Wish I knew what it was. I started early, so my mom thought she had time to tell me. It happened so fast I didn't know what was going on, and I was so scared. I wish I had never used tampons. I wish I wasn't taught that my cycle was dirty. I wish I'd been aware as a child that menstrual blood contains stem cells and it's rich in nutrients, and the deep power of feminine cycle and its blood. It's to be honored and respected. And I think the pill does not balance hormones. It's not a solution for my terrible cramps. In a buy stocks, we called it a curse. I wish I'd been taught the truth that it's a sacred time to go inward and release what doesn't serve you. That menstrual blood is a powerful substance and protector. How to use it, how to honor that part of my body cycle, how to take care of myself with my body resets and renews, to use William cream to balance my hormones, to use eco-friendly economical menstrual cups instead of toxic tampons. True that PMS is not normal here. There are other options than pads. Yeah, as much as some of us don't like invasive things like tampons, we use pads, but there are other products that really helps to track my track and to avoid drama when I'm hit with PMS. Black pants help, and hot water are the way to go for me. Yeah, that we have two holes now. Registered nurse, the iron. Yeah, we got the one, the asshole. Yeah, we have the vagina and the where the urine comes from. How it will trigger my fibro, right? Period cups are worth trying over everything else. Nothing. I had read everything about it, so when time came, like the confidence, when it will happen, so I could already be wearing a pad. I was at McDonald's, went to the bathroom and freaked out just a bit. Thankfully, my father had done one of his two rare mentally, and I knew what was happening. He told me it was normal and sent me the neighboring store for beds. Wow, I like it because I remember even my cousin telling me the dad buys for them the pads, and I was like, wow, that is supportive. Yeah, so it's good to involve men in this. Carry wipes in the little bag to put your pads in. Only use organic pads and you won't have horrific crumbs. Yeah, try to use organic as possible, something like hemp or cotton fiber. But the increased hormones affect a lot more than emotions and digestion. It wasn't later, but I realized that the discomfort or pain I felt in my jaw only happened a few days before I started my period. My wisdom teeth cause discomfort. Right. That there are mood foods, and I should nourish and prepare my food before my menstrual cycle. Sure. Well, let's see. Follow that. What do you do food wise? And she said, I'm still learning. I'm not an expert about this. Okay. That I could stop it with an IUD. That's a copper. That usually, and let teachers stress you about how long you took in the bathroom, and they shouldn't call you out in front of the whole class. They should be patient, and if they aren't, it's not your problem, it's theirs. You're entitled to privacy. That another thing, that 800 grams of ibuprofen will knock out the pain. Yeah, for those who wanna use, hormones are regulated by the liver, and taking a regular hormone vitamins which contain mostly liver cleanse foods makes a huge difference. Sure, we need to do liver detox, and remember you have one liver, so it's good to take good care of it. No one else knew I was on my cycle. I was only anxious, and that other people could tell I was wearing thoughts from an anxious teen. Well, no one can tell unless you tell them, or maybe there's an order or stench, but should be containable. There is a vision quest where I can assess my life each month and make changes to become more aligned with my truth. It's okay to have menstrual leave and rest. True, the society should work around it. Plus, it is not love. It's optional. It's optional. You mean okay? That you don't just cramp. The full body are insane bloating, back pains, emotional hunger, etc. That you should keep it as the secret. I told my sister, and the results are screen nearby. I was so young, I can't say that sneezing and laughing is a dangerous affair. True, diclofenac makes a hole to freeze my eggs that I was dying. Yeah, you can freeze your eggs, maybe if you're not ready to give birth by then and use it later. Remember, we are born with all our eggs, the oocytes. The bone strengthening plus fish oil supplements taken counter that not having it can worsen, than having it, because you'll be having stress, especially if you're sexually active. I would have been grateful I had vaginal atrophy as a mother fasting all the time. What is that? Vaginal atrophy. And this is an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, that there were medications out there that would have been that my PMS was just expected angst. And if I had stood up more, I wouldn't have been in so much pain. We have raspy lifting, true. That my mother wasn't going to make me feel like it was a bad thing. Oh wow, you had a supportive mother. The strength training will help regulate and ease and minimize cramping. True, it's gonna be long hard road that I wasn't gonna bleed to death. Fish oil, and see. Okay, what is that? How toxic? Okay, that my periods make my narcolepsy and cataplexy worse. What are these big words? I know narcolepsy affects sleep. I don't know cataplexy. The tampons or any product for that matter were expensive as fuck. True, like in Kenya it's already $1 plus. That gay best friends make all the period stress go away. Oh, that when I couldn't stand up in class in high school from camps, it wasn't normal. I never realized when I first started the flow could be different on different days, or that you needed more protection to get through the night. True, or that sometimes your bowels can be upset. What are the bowels? It affects your system big time. I never started mine. I don't get periods at all. I noticed negatively how women say, okay, oh, it's normal to talk about it, and you don't have to have code words. Yeah, I remember we used to call things like the pads mukate. Really? Let's just call it by its right name. Yeah, if it's a pad, center towel. Yeah, feminism. If you have to, that it will start, had no idea what happened and got scared silly. You should plan for it because it can affect your daily life. True, you need different pad or tampon size because the flow can change from, of course, heavy to light. When you have sex on your period, you should use condoms because you're at high risk of contracting STDs due to your uterus being open. You can get pregnant while on your period. Yeah. Both period and pregnancy symptoms are relatively the same, and it never hurts to take a pregnancy test before your next period. Okay, what I know for me, I will not depend on safe days. It backfired, so I wouldn't. How badly it would affect my quality of life. I got my cycle at 11 and had no idea it was coming. I woke, it was bleeding and thought I was dying. I wish my mom or sex education or someone actually explained to young girls what was going to happen to them. This sounds so simple. Wow. That I will be getting extra days off as working. It's a time to rest, not push through and ignore the pain and fatigue, shedding more lining of an organ, but also the weight of the last month. Yeah, you take away the backlog. That if men feel uncomfortable when I talk about maybe it's their problem, not mine. That caffeine and red meat will intensify cramps. Yeah, try to reduce caffeine. Ginger tea is your best friend. That if you're extremely in pain, do not ignore it by assuming that it's how severe pain should be. The menstrual cycle is more than the event of bleeding. It impacts our physical, mental, and emotional outlook each day. I wish I was told. Yeah, it's very powerful. Okay, I have a list. It's okay. Not always. If it's not always regular, it does not mean that you're pregnant. Having sex will not guarantee you cramps or bleeding get any better. Your menstrual cycle is connected to the moon cycle. You can't lose your virginity to tampon through the diarrhea, the back cramps, severity of cramps, blood clots, the color of your blood will change. Yeah, and this is to help you even track the smell, just the amount of blood that came out, especially in the first couple of days. It can seem to be too much, but it's actually just drops. How to count the days of the cycle. I've never even been interested personally. The men don't need to be protected from menstruation. It's normal. Yeah, it's not a taboo. We say cramps are normal. Since high school, I will get horrible cramps. So that from now on, I'll be a woman with 4 different versions of herself, each month with different moods, energetic and physical needs. Also, the cramps and PMS are a sign of imbalance. The pain and amount of blood I was experiencing wasn't normal. I was going to hurt that you can be pregnant but still has what seems like a period. Yeah, you can spot. Therefore, it takes you longer to work out you're pregnant. Ginger tea saves lives. Menstrual cups are the best thing that to break the menstruation shame. I will have to normalize men's talks with my daughter. True, it's possible to bleed too much. My educator told me that it just looked like I was bleeding more than I was. By the time I wanted, they didn't know how I was still standing. So it's not normal. It's a sign you need to get help. It doesn't come on the same day every month. It doesn't always last the same number of days. Don't all days need the same size of tampon powder, right? Or it affects your hormones. Yeah, because of the various phases and how what to eat. Yeah, your diet is very important. You have to exercise. Anything lol, I was 10 and had no idea. Nothing really knows what normal is for a menstruation. That if it feels painful to you, then it is. Don't listen to you older brother saying you're faking the pain to attention. Yeah, that's why I say let's always believe people. Otherwise, we will plant a lot of trauma in future. That it's not normal how painful it was. Oh, yeah, she said she wishes she had been educated on all possible issues like endometriosis and Menses because she was really in pain. That's common to use non-toxic tampon box. The directions came in tampon box. Yeah, you need to be a person who reads instructions. That cups existed, how to put a tampon in. I went to overnight camp and they handed me a tampon, so I literally attempted to put the entire plastic piece up there without pushing the tampon up. That it came because that it makes you super anemic and make sure you're eating. Yeah, sure. As you're losing blood. I pretty much knew everything. I got a 9 month before 15, so I was waiting for the sucker. To sleep over at someone's house. I'm sure that was a disaster. The lady sent me to the bathroom and I didn't use the pad because I thought I was still my mom had me and my sister there. I didn't even know these people. Then my mom picked us and took us to a picnic. I stayed in the car because I had blood off. Ooh, total nightmare. Peter Party. I wish I had known about the 2-day cervical mucus method as a birth control method. Wow, I'll need to know more about it. White sheets are no, 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 no. I'm really, though you can use peroxide, how to stop it, how painful it will be, notice, purchase organic products sooner, how much the first crumbs hold hurt, also mama clothes and pixie clothes. I cloth diaper, my youngest and now cloth pad myself. Okay, I don't feel good and my belly hurts. She says I'm bleeding, no one told me about this earlier. How to prevent leaks, how often to change whatever you worry. Following that the blood should be brown, I was confused at first because my blood was kind of brown and I was in the bathroom at school, that my life will never be the same, that as you grow older the cramps become worse, that it's a gift and nothing to be ashamed of or hide. How to own that feminine power and to be extra nurturing of oneself. It's okay to celebrate this milestone and don't be ashamed of the process, what it was, how to use sanitary pad and know what Menses was all about. When I first saw my Menses, because I didn't know or even heard about the Menses, another thing, it's the beginning of a long hard road. I say that I wish my mom had talked to me instead of me being embarrassed one day. Why are you sitting at the sofa? Look at yourself. Did you even see what happens between your legs? That was horrible. But parents, very stupid about that. That there were holistic ways to regulate instead of using the over-the-counter where my actual vagina was, so I could use the tampon. I think we should be using mirrors to know actually. Yeah, most people don't know. I wish someone had known how harmful the sanitary products were. Okay, but what I can say by now, we are so lucky we have options. Plastic and paper on my skin was so uncomfortable. Right. How to speak up for myself against radically discriminating doctors. I wish I knew all about no applicator, tampons, scalps. Oh, I was 9 when I got mine, so pretty much everything I wasn't prepared. Don't use anything that is not 100% cotton. And real cups will relieve all your cramps. Actually, for me, I love cotton. I was okay, but somebody should have told my older sister that you stick the pad to your pads, not to yourself. Uh-oh. This feels like the good question had a good answer. Go forth and procreate. This is all your fault, Adam. How dare you enjoy apples? Alright, so this is a late bloomer. That light workouts before starting each cycle will shorten it. Yeah. Where our tampons kept with free samples, pads inside. That my migraine would get better when I went into menopause. Wow, that stay away from soda, stay away from sugar period that during that week. I got a pamphlet on my bed on the day I started. My mom had the pamphlet ready but never bothered to talk about it. Still haven't had a conversation of or sex or vaginal health at all. Yeah, some people are not easy to dive into such topics, so they just leave you instead of being open. Another thing, wish I had a mother to help. Ooh, sorry. My mom kept giving me panty liners. I didn't know anything at this point, even though I was soaking through my pants and clothing and all my shorts on vacation with a bunch of other people sleeping in a house that's to sneak away and ask the cleaner to please wash my clothes, being extremely embarrassed and afraid someone will see at age 13. Okay. One leg will be more painful. Breathe through the pain. Pads feels like labors and will shift you. Oh, but there's nothing you can do. You have options. You can do something. And no matter how much my mom complained to me how much she hated her, her mother handled it and how much it embarrassed her. She in turn will do pretty much the same thing, completely embarrass me. Funny how those life cycles repeat. Okay, my mom died before my cycle started, and our woman tell me, so we need to stand up for this. Yeah, I wish I knew that certain foods can help with symptoms, and they are natural symptoms. Oh my. The birth control is optional. We had to watch a video of a woman giving birth. They should give more at school for birth control and the menopause, okay? Only women have hormones, men have testosterone. You should know this by now. Yeah, this one looks like progesterone, I think. That UID will stop it. If I had done that when I started, I would have insisted my doctor to put one. The bigger the pain, the more toxins you're carrying, the more you detox, the less your period will be. True, because your liver is the one which is in charge. Dietary changes that help lessen symptoms, for example, seed cycling. That will be a retroverted uterus. It's harder for tampons to be put in, more discomfort. Just learning this. Wow. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this? What will what do you think hasn't been covered? I think they have said a majority. For me, I feel like for me, my input is that safe days don't work for everyone. Yeah.